Okay, so some of you have somebody in your life you're thinking is a friend, but what you don't realize is this person wants to be more than friends. This is interesting because, first of all, there's not really many dynamics in life where you will have true friendships between people of the opposite sex. But sometimes you have that. And then even with other people's situations, whatever y'all doing these days, I'm not getting into that. Whatever your situation is, okay, there's somebody who you consider a friend, and maybe you've been friends with this person for a significant amount of time, and this person really wants to be more than friends with you. There's two messages that I have here for a few of you, and it's going to be for a smaller percentage of you. This person that has been your friend that wants to be more than friends, and this is for a very small percentage of you. This person is actually somebody who you would have the possibility to have a long-term, lifelong partnership with. Some of you, this person the Most High did put in your life, and you started as friends to be able to build that solid foundation, but this is actually somebody that you'll be able to have a great relationship with. And the thing about this, listen to this part, because like I said, that's for a small percentage of you. This is not for everybody, so don't start looking at your friend like, I am still single. Maybe it is them. Oh, well. No, for those of you who this is for, you've never had any types of desires or looked at that person in that type of way at all. And it's almost reminding me of one of those things like my mother told me. For anybody who's had a child before, I remember, like, even for myself, I'm halfway in between I'll never have a child again, and I mean, I don't know, maybe with the right person. I live in both of those worlds. I don't know. But what I can tell you is I do not have baby fever strong enough to where I'm like, I have to have a child. Like, if I don't have another child in my life, I'd be completely fine with that, at least right now. And it's funny because even when I had that conversation with my mother, she used to tell me, like, after she had my brother, which my brother's older than me, my brother's like 9-10 years older than me. So after she had him, she was like, she was done. And then 9-10 years later, all of a sudden she had this urge, like she wanted to have a child. For those of y'all who this is for, it's going to be that same type of situation to where it's like, maybe you never had feelings for this person, you never looked at them that way, but all of a sudden the Most High is going to put a different type of desire for that person on you. You're going to start seeing that person from a different perspective. It's not going to be something that you have to talk up, conjure up, force yourself. Oh, let me think about it. How would it be? You know what? I never considered that. You're not going to have to do any of that. It's going to be kind of like what my mom was telling me, that all of a sudden she just had an urge to have a queen one day, and I just came through the portal. It's gonna be the same thing for y'all. Even it's so funny we're talking about this. For some of y'all, this is even the case. Side note, this is gonna be the case with a child. Like, some of you think that you're not about to have children ever, or you're not about to have another child, and the Most High is gonna put some things on your heart. Some of you think, I don't want to be married, I don't even want to be in a relationship, I don't want none of that trash, and the Most High is gonna put some things on your heart, and as soon as he does, the situation is going to align. Everything's about divine timing. Remember, we were talking about this year going with the flow. We call it God flow. I did a video about that. Watch that, because those who understand what I'm speaking about in that video and move like that in 2024, you are going to see the type of success and alignment and flow and peace and love in your life like you never have 2024 and moving forward. This is a year where we're really building from this solid foundation that we've created for those of us who've done the work, and it's only up from here. Again, for those of you who there is a friend that has more feelings for you than you realize, the Most High will put it on your heart if it's meant for y'all to be together. Now, the second half of this message is some of y'all have a friend who sees y'all as more than friends, and you really want to be careful, because that isn't somebody that the Most High wants for you to come together with like that, and they could be a hindrance to situations that you have going on. If you do have a certain type of relationship, be very mindful and be aware that you might have a friend that you're looking at as a friend, and you're telling this person things about your relationship, you're telling this person things about your partner, you're telling this person things, and they're not really listening with the interest to give you the best advice. They're listening with the interest to, if they can get their foot in the door, if they could sabotage that relationship. They like you. Some of them, they love you, so this isn't even something of them necessarily trying to hurt you. It's more so they trying to get the other person out the door so that they can step in there. Be very mindful, because you don't want anybody who you're looking at, and maybe because you're perceiving them as a friend, you're thinking that they're looking at you the same way, so you're being genuine with them, you're being open with them. You got to be very discerning. People change over time. Things change over time. Just the same way that I told you, for some of you, God is going to put it on your heart that you're going to look at a friend in a different type of way. Some of them have always looked at you like that, or might be feeling that way now, because people are maturing, people are growing up and moving on with their life. Be very mindful about this. And then some of you, this is a different thing. Some of you may not even realize this, because you have a friend who is the same sex as you or the same gender, And what you not realizing is that this person has always looked at you in a different way. This is going to be for some of y'all as well. Be very mindful. It's two things here. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Some of you, this friend that is the same sex looks at you a certain way, and you're not even fathoming this at all, because that's way out left field for you. And then some of you, this is a friend that's the same sex that you're telling certain things to, and you don't realize that this person wants what you have. This person wants your spouse. So all in all, move in silence here. Take everything to the Most High. Proverbs 3:5 it. Do not lean on your own understanding. Acknowledge God in all your ways, and your steps will be made straight. Realize that when you chosen, there's going to be a lot of people that want you. And just because you might perceive something that's one way doesn't mean that that's the way that it's happening on the other side. And we just always have to move with wisdom out here in these streets. PrettyBossTV.com. That's where you go if you would like to book a personal with me. And if you would like to join the family, right now we're doing 30 Days to Success and Love on Patreon during Love Month. And if you would like to just join our dailies, we get it in every day. We're doing something over there. We also have the 828 podcast. If you haven't heard about it already, sometimes we drop those episodes on YouTube. But if you want the daily guide in 828 all the way, go over there. We have tons of dope things that we do on Patreon. As soon as you go on Patreon, you'll see the very first video where I break down the whole layout of how we move in 2024 moving forward. So check that out. I love y'all so very much. I talk to y'all soon. Y'all willing. Peace.